Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be drawing a bearded dragon. Wow. You know, one of those lizards. You know, the cool ones. Yeah, we're going to draw one. Except we're going to make him a whimsical little lad. Yeah, and we're going to give him an actual beard. And a wizard hat. Yep. Alright, so I did decide that I wanted to today try to fuck with perspective, so we're going to try to draw him with his face facing towards us and pretty close, and then the rest of his body all the way back here getting smaller as it goes. Am I going to be able to do that? I'm going to say no. I'm not even going to give it a maybe. I'm going to say no. It's going to look very wrong. There's going to be a lot of erasing and some accepting. Accepting bad things. As of like accepting bad parts of a drawing. But it's not going to stop me from trying. Because just because I said no doesn't mean that I'm going to do bad. Because I've proven myself wrong many times before. Also, if you've never seen a bearded dragon, you should totally look it up. When I looked up bearded dragon, one of the first results was a bearded dragon with its mouth open and its like tongue out, and it looked so stupid and funny. And it immediately made me think that this guy's favorite spell would 100% be Fireball. And he would just spit the fireballs out, completely not caring about anyone else around him. He just wants fireball. His head's kind of small. And I might have to move his nose forward a bit. Let's go ahead and like map out where his face would be and stuff. That's where we'd put part of the bottom jaw, and that's where we'd kind of put the other part. I'm kind of just like guessing with this shit. Like, yeah, I got some pictures up there of bearded dragons. Google it. Bam, you got what I'm looking at. But I'm not looking up too much. Kind of just doing this off of memory. And no, I don't have a very good memory of bearded dragons. I do think they're cool, but I don't really know what they look like. I know they got beards. Which we'll go and put his beard right there, which his beard will probably go down more or something, I don't know. Maybe it'll be on the floor like that. I don't know yet. I kind of want to give him a long beard, but we got to draw him first before we can give him a beard, you know? I kind of want to put his face out further. That's a shit eye right there. I think you know what would make this good? A complete wipe. It did good for the horsey. I think it'll benefit this guy. I actually don't think that horse looks that bad. When I finished drawing it, I thought the horse looked pretty bad, but not terrible. But after looking at it today, I don't think it looks as bad. I think it's pretty good. Still happy with it. Also, if you don't know what I'm talking about, drew a horse yesterday. No, I won't show it because then I have to move my sketchbook. And it's perfectly lined up in maybe the center. I don't know. It's perfectly lined up with the 2 seconds I took to look and see if it was lined up. Alright, we're gonna try and get this thingy correct. Alright. There's an eye, and he's got some bit under the eye too. And this should just be like this. So this should be going in more. Where's my tiny eraser? Ah, that's tiny enough. I don't know where my tiny eraser is. I'm sure it's in the pile and I just didn't see it. Yeah, it's right here. Should be right there. I was using it a hell of a lot earlier. Earlier I drew one of the hardest things I've ever drawn. What is it? Well, I can't spoil it because reasons. Can't spoil the reasons because then that would spoil it for the reasons. Yep, there's a beard. Alright. And obviously we'll go ahead and give it like a little bit of face and head shape. There we go. There's a little bit of nose and some nose. And some eye. We might have to do this, those eyes again, but they should be fine for now. It's kind of spiky, but not like super spiky, if you know what I mean. I also want to disconnect that from the top of his head, because it's not coming off the top of his head, that's coming from his back. I just accidentally connected it there. Well, I mean, it is the top of his head that is coming from the top of his head and the back, but what I'm trying to say is that is the back. That is not from this. That is from like over here. Because of perspective or something. I don't know what I'm doing, man. We just messing around trying to get things to work. Are they gonna work? Who friggity diggity knows? Who friggin' knows? When in doubt, wizard hat. Wizard hat on the top. Wizard. He's going to be a magical wizard whose favorite spell is Fireball. And this is what his hat's gonna look like. Very spiky and raggedy and random and not too uniform. Why? Because why the hell would a dragon have a well-kept, taken care of hat? Especially one that likes to spam Fireball. Do you imagine him taking super good care of his hat? I don't. Alright. There we go. That could be a little sharper, but you know, we're gonna make it sharper. I was gonna leave it, but no. We need to make it perfect. Do we really? No, I just said that because got an excuse to fix it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Now we'll go ahead and do his eye too. Perfect. Is it really? No, but we can fix it later. There's his beard too. Should we draw his beard right now, or should we focus on doing the rest of his body like we should have before we did this? Smells like food. Someone's cooking food. Bacon, I think. Or eggs. Bacon or eggs. I don't know. Somebody has awoken. It's not even early. Let's go like this. What, is it early? I mean, it's noon. Some people wake up at noon. I used to wake up at like 3 in the morning. Or 3 in the afternoon, I mean. Are we gonna put a hand here too? And maybe it's gonna have come from over there, so obviously might put something right there, but the beard's probably going to cover most of this. I am fine with drawing one of his hands, so I may actually bring his hand further out if the beard does cover it, because drawing little critters and little creature hands is different from drawing animal hands, because if you look at a bearded dragon, their toes kind of go wiggity wiggity waggity every direction, and a lot of creatures and critters and things like that, their toes and fingies, they're not like humans. You can draw them stupidly, and I like that. That's why a lot of times I'll draw their things. I often just give them 3 fingers or 3 toes or whatever. He'll get 4 because I can see that they have 4. Oh, they have 5. They have 5 fingers. I thought they had 4. Whatever, he gets 2. Yep, that's right, he got minimized. He got minimized down to less. I don't know how to draw this. I'm trying to think of how to get this done correctly, but I don't know how. Right, there we go. There's the face. Pretty much done. But how do we do this body? We've got body right there. And then we've got body right here. So where are we going to put his back leg? We'll put a leg right here. And how do their legs work? He's kind of go like that. And then his foot should just kind of be right there with the toes out. Because his knee comes forward from where his foot is, and then his toes will be right there. We won't see his other foot because of he's covering it with his body. So maybe we should try to... His body would be right here, here, here. And then... be a little bit of connection probably here. Or would it be here? I think about there maybe. We'll go ahead and erase the tail and leg really quick, just chilly. Oh yeah, send that bitch flying. Why? Out of anger. Brr. No, out of fun, because it's fun to just chuck things. Alright, there's his body, and then we'll put his knee right there with his body connecting back to his leg, and then his foot will be with his toes right there. And then the tail, the part that's going to be shitty. The tail. Alright, how we gonna do this? We're gonna start this bitch thick-ish. Thick-ish. And then, when it hits the curve, make that bitch skinny. Nope, nope, too thick on that curve. Oh, it looks wrong. It looks just the same thickness the entire way through. Son of a bitch. Where's the inconsistency? And you may say, but it looks like it's getting smaller. Yes, but consistently smaller. And not the right type of consistency. Not like perspectively smaller. It just looks like a normal tail. That's wrong. We don't want that. Alright, we'll go like that. And then we'll get bigger. There we go. I'm gonna accept it. Because it's a tail. And I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, time to grab the smaller one. Alright, Mr. Lime, use your wisdom. What should we do today? But how are we supposed to fix this? Fix it. Fix it. But I don't know how to fix it. How am I supposed to fix this? I don't know. Pencil magic. Pencil magic. Go! Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And if I did transitions, this would be one where the screen swirled into it being fixed. But I don't do that. Because editing is... Shut up. Editing is too much work for me to just be doing stupid little silly drawings and talking to myself. I don't need to listen to myself talk to myself. Alrighty. Perfecto, there's little bean. There's bean number 1. Now, add a little bit more bean. Bean number 2. And then can you guess what's going to happen next? If you guessed bean number 3, you're wrong. It's toes. We're adding toes. He gets 5 toes. Yeah, that's right, 5 of them. Alright, he gets 3 toes in the imagination of 4 other ones. Wait, that'd be 7 toes. Yeah, he's got 7 toes on his left foot. You judging him? Why are you judging him? Don't judge. Don't be a judgy person. That's mean. Alright. Then we got, give him a little bit of chub. I mean, it's not chub, it's just skin, but I can call it chub because it's funnier. This little bearded dragon's gonna be more buff than I am. Make a buff bearded dragon. Kick your ass in a fight. Nah, you don't even get the chance to fight. He'll just go fireball and bam, you're dead. And then he'll continuously fireball your corpse. He has no respect for the dead. He just has respect for fireball. And that is it. Where's my... Oh, yeah. Forgot I threw that. I gotta draw more real-life things after this. I just remembered. Stupid friggin' realism. Who the hell likes drawing realism? Friggin' nerds do. Friggin' nerds. I feel like drawing realism is whatever. I just don't like realism. I feel like it lacks creativity and I'm just not a fan of it. And you may be saying, we are drawing a little guy right here and this is based off of like a bunch of pictures of just real lizards. Yeah, but does this look like a real lizard? It's not realism. And most of you probably know that, but somebody was telling me, well, you're using references of real. Doesn't that make it realism? No, it doesn't. That's not how it works. Just thought I would say that, just for anyone who doesn't know. Cool, there's little scales. That's what that's supposed to be, is scales, if you can't tell. Or not scales, like little flaily bits that they have, like on their sides and on their back. Might be scales. I mean, it's spikes, but it might still count as scales. I don't know. Let's draw his beard. Oh, wait, his hand. I completely forgot about his hand. What are we gonna do for his hand? Little fingies. Yep, little fingies. Little sausage fingies. There's one little sausage fingy with a nail. And then there's one other little sausage fingy with a nail. With a thick nail. Then there's another little sausage fingy. And then another little sausage fingy. And guess what? That's all the sausage fingies he gets. Just kidding, you really thought that was gonna be it. He gets 5 little sausage fingies. And they all get nails that are supposed to be sharp, but I'm not very good at doing that. Look at his little sausage fingies. He's got a little stupid hands. He's the little guy. Oh, I can pet him. 'cause he's real for me, but you're through a screen, loser. Alright, what are we doing? Beard time. Beard. We ain't gotta worry about giving him a mouth. Just gotta give him a beard. Make him a man. He's gonna be a man. That's his mouth right there. Alright, so just a little bit below that's where his manliness comes in. His beard. His beardly manliness. Manliness. How am I supposed to do this beard? Computer, give me pictures of beards. These are all short. Alright, I can give him a long beard with looking at pictures of short beards. This is fine. I am a beardologist. Must stroke my own beard for luck. That's how you learn how to draw beards. That's how you learn things about beards. You just stroke your beard. That's how it works, trust me. I'm a beardologist. Alright. Alright. Getting him a big old beard, yeah. Yeah, big old beard. Alright, we can turn this into something. Give me an eraser that's not going to fully erase this, but it's going to, you know what, fully erase it. I can use my imagination to fill in the blanks. We did it once, I can do it again, but better. That's how it works. And I just remember that doesn't fully erase it. I can still see the lines. Son of a bitch. You know, we didn't want to scratch the paper, do we? We should put a band-aid in this guy's beard. If you know what that's from, good, you should. Alright, cool. We'll go ahead and give him one outwards facing hair, and the rest all in. That's his beard. Now we have to add some details to his beard, you know, like some hairs in it. There we go. Got some overlap, you know. Got the beard of dragons. That is what this is, a beard of dragons. He is a bearded dragon with the beard of dragons. What a beautiful beard, if I do say so myself. It's exquisitely beautiful, wouldn't you agree? It could use some more straggles, but I mean, like, it's beautiful. Alright. There's our little beard. We're going to lightly color this in with this pencil, because it's a gray beard. When I was imagining it a little bit more. It gets thinner at the center quicker. But I think this would fit it a little bit better. I don't know. We're going to harden these lines too up here. Whatcha? Kablooey. Kablamo. Bam. Don't you wish your pencil made those sound effects? I was totally not me. It was all the pencil. Bam, there's our little lizard. There's a bearded dragon. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he a beautiful, whimsical little lad? What a beautiful, whimsical little lad. His eyes are perfect and not messed up at all, and I definitely shouldn't fix his eyes, is what I'm going to say. I don't know if there's any more details on there. He looks like he's missing a leg. I should probably grab the pictures of them up again, shouldn't I? We're not going to give him a leg there. But his tail, they do have little bitty stripes on the tails. Perfect. Alright, I don't know, I'm done. There's the whimsical little lad. What is his name? Dave. Dave. That's Dave. He likes Fireball. It's not the only spell he knows. He also knows fast. What is that? I don't know. It makes him fast. He scurries around really fast. He's like this big. He scurries around really fast and just pelts fireballs everywhere as fast as he can. Alright, bye-bye.